Using a gallery doesn't have to be just about art. Links can be made across a range of subjects. The Take One picture scheme run by London's National Gallery offers a good example of how this can be achieved.
Take One Picture is a nationwide scheme for all schools in the country to join in with as they want to. And the principle is that you can use a painting to teach holistically across the curriculum. So you can use the image to teach history, to teach science, certainly literacy. Teachers have found that they can use it for numeracy as well. So lots of areas of the curriculum can be covered just using a single image as a stimulus.
Each year, the gallery chooses a different picture from its collection, which it believes schools can use as a focus for cross-curricular activities.
This year, we've chosen Molinaire's painting of two boys and a girl making music, and that's from the Dutch part of the collection here. And we've never used that area of the collection, so that was a good reason to choose it. That we want a really rich resource that teachers can use. And so we look at the paintings and we think, well, how many areas of the curriculum can we deliver by using that particular painting? And if we run out of ideas, then we wouldn't choose that painting. But if we really have huge amounts of ideas, then that would be a good painting to choose.
Flor Primary School in Northamptonshire has participated in Take One Picture for the last 3 years.
And I want you and your partner to find something interesting about it.
The children really enjoy it. They're starting to see it as a bit of a tradition that we do it at school. When you've got such a broad age range, when you've got from 4 to 11 in a school, sometimes it's very hard to do things that make you gel together as a whole school. But with Take One Picture, everybody's doing something from the same stimulus. The school is quite committed to the arts. We do hold the Arts Council Gold Arts Mark Award, so we just thought it was a way of developing that.
I liked the painting when I saw it because I felt that children would enjoy learning about a painting that have got children in it, but I wasn't necessarily sure about how I could use it in school. But the training showed lots of ways to apply it to other curriculum areas.
Each academic year, we run approximately 16 CPD days here at the gallery. On that day, teachers learn about the feature painting, and they also go on tours and see original pieces of work.
It's a good team-building exercise to take staff on. I take the berths or I take the classroom assistants so that everybody knows what's happening.
You don't really need to know much about art at all to be able to join in with Take One Picture. When teachers come on the Take One Picture CPD day, they're shown 3 different points of view of the one feature painting that we're looking at that year. And we try and set teachers at their ease, really, in the first part of those talks by using a technique called the art lover. And the art lover looks at a painting and says, I know nothing about art at all, but I know what I like.
I think you could say, hold your head up and say loudly, this painting was made in olden days.
And that's hopefully what we want teachers to do, to come to a painting and actually learn with the children, along with the children, about the painting.
As well as talks from art historians, teachers present to the group, offering suggestions for classroom work based on the painting.
Maybe the children could make their own instruments, maybe not sound like that, and their own music, which would support work done in science on sound, forces used to create sound.
The CPD day includes a tour of the gallery and a chance to look at the 2005 feature painting by Molinaire.
Tell me about this picture, because I know you had several talks about it this morning. Just tell me what your first feelings are about this painting.
My first impression of it is an emotional reaction to it, if you like, that it's a very happy painting.
Can you think of any other happy paintings in the National Gallery?
Not like that, no. It's always a joy to come and look at the paintings in their reality, and you just can't beat that. And I think if you're going to go on and do some work from that, you have to have seen the painting in its actuality. I think that's perhaps the most important thing of the whole day.
I can now feel a little less daunted having seen the picture and heard different interpretations of it, and I can now think about how I might use that with my class when I get back to school.
Is there anybody who doesn't like the painting? You're allowed not to. I always ask school groups this, do you like this painting? And sometimes they look at you and they sort of go, yes. And what they mean is no, but you're showing us the paintings and we're supposed to like them, so I'm going to say yes, just to please you.
I didn't like it very much, but once you get to know the background, once people start to look at it in different ways, and you start brainstorming as a staff, you start to like it. It grows on you.
We produce a set of notes that tell teachers a little bit about the artist, not very much at all. We tell them a lot about the painting, and we give them advice about how they might introduce the painting to the students in the classroom. And then some cross-curricular ideas, but teachers always come up with much better ones than we do.
Following the CPD day, the cross-curricular approach to take one picture is put into practice throughout the school.
We had a bit of a brainstorming session and taking some of the ideas that we had at the gallery on the day.
Very good.
We decided that we needed to pace this through the year and adapt our long-term plans, looking at what we're supposed to be covering and what techniques, what skills, but trying to use the picture as a vehicle, if you like, to teach the other skills. And I like it now because it's a whole school focus, a whole school project.
I think one of the best ways is for teachers to discuss it with their colleagues, and particularly if they can get together a range of people from different specialist subject backgrounds. Because I think the minute you bring a scientist, a historian, an English teacher, an art teacher, a drama teacher together and get them to look at a picture or to look at an object, they will all be approaching it in different ways and they will all see different things in the painting.
The work they're doing today is based around the missing bird, and I've linked it to communication, language and literacy, and also to creative development.
And what could your bird do?
He flips.
Good. He can
do a handstand.
Good. And what else can he do?
Fly to Australia.
Good. He can fly to Australia. And what does he do when he gets to Australia?
Went to the zoo to see the lions and the kangaroos.
The most enjoyable aspect probably is that it lets me put some creativity back into the curriculum, and it's very inspiring for the children. Actually, it's very inspiring for the teachers as well.
The cross-curricular approach to take one picture is really applicable to primary schools at the moment because the DFES in their primary national strategy, excellence and enjoyment, really do support linking different subject areas together as much as possible. That isn't happening quite so much in secondary schools because secondary schools have individual teachers teaching their own subject areas. But we do find a lot of secondary school teachers coming along and asking whether we can do cross-curricular tours at the gallery, for example, looking at art with a science base, or looking at history and art together.
The 2004 Take One picture, The Marquise de Seignelay and Two of Her Sons by Pierre Mignard, inspired Flore Primary School to link art with a design and technology project.
We looked at the picture, so then we saw that there was lots of jewellery, so we started thinking about the jewellery. So our art teacher came in and brought some jewellery in, and then we copied them into our art and DT books.
I made earrings. I made mine from clay, and the thing that I liked about it was you could design it all yourself.
This year we've got lots of music going on because of the nature of the picture, and also some drama.
We're going to look at the children in the picture today because you've already had a good look and spotted a lot of the objects. We're going to think about the children and who they might be, what they might get up to, and what sort of things they might like doing. Sometimes the starting points for me are difficult, which is why the training day is really, really useful because it just teaches you to look at the painting in a different way. And the children are great because they notice things that you don't necessarily notice yourself. I think it's encouraged me to be sort of brave in my classroom organisation and have a lot of cooperative group work going on, and also pair the children up in different ways. I've got a mixed year 1 and 2 class, so it's been really good for the 2 different year groups to work together closely in pairs. We've had a look at what...
Very much believe in giving staff some freedom there with the curriculum. And they've enjoyed working in different ways. and bringing technology and art and drama together in the project.
Can you make yourselves into the picture? Off you go. Doesn't matter if we haven't got the right number of boys or girls either, because you've got 2 girls instead of a boy.
I wanted to use the painting as a focus for something other than art, so I decided to plan some improvisation and role-play activities using the children in the painting as an inspiration. So I was hoping that the children would be able to use their imagination and think about the characters in the painting, not just what they could see, but developing the idea of their personalities and their likes and dislikes, and really personalise the painting a little bit and help them to relate to the children in it.
We're going to imagine that the 3 children have got a bit bored of making music now and they've gone off to do something else. So I really want you to just really ever so quickly, you and your friends, freeze in some different shapes to show what the children are doing now. What are you doing?
I'm trying to do some exercise.
Exercises down here. Oh, this looks like an interesting group. What are you doing?
Writing down the plan.
Writing something together.
Oh, and it's something that I'm hoping to develop the children's speaking and listening skills, that they'll feel confident to stand up and share their feelings and thoughts with the others. They'll also develop the skills to listen to other people's opinions, so it's something that I've tried to link in with the English curriculum for speaking and listening.
What we saw here was how teachers are using the National Gallery, but there is no reason why you can't replicate that experience using your local museum and gallery. You can find out what collections they've got, go and have a look at the paintings, talk to the staff there, both about how they can support a school visit and how they can support work back in the classroom.
Each year, a few schools are chosen by the National Gallery to exhibit the work they've done on the selected picture.
Because Take One Picture isn't a competition, there isn't really a criteria of what we're looking for when we select work to go into the exhibition. Really, what we're looking for is new approaches every single year, exciting ways of looking at a painting in a cross-curricular way. So those are the pieces that we would choose to show in the exhibition.
In 2005, Floor Primary was one of the 8 schools selected to exhibit their work at the National Gallery, based that year on Degas' beach scene.
The children were very excited when they found out that some of it was going to be exhibited at the gallery. And in the summer, we took the whole school down to London, first time we've ever had a whole school trip anywhere. And the children did some work at the National Gallery, did some workshops at the National Gallery, and then saw all their work on display and the work of other schools. And even the very young ones seemed to appreciate what a prestigious thing that was.
The whole idea about Take One Picture is that it's a celebration of the work that's happening in primary schools across this country, and there's some fantastic work happening out there.
Inspired by the whole experience, Floor Primary School now holds its own annual art exhibition.
Well, in the summer, we put all our work together into an art exhibition. Some of it's actually framed, and it's a fundraising effort for the school. I have somebody in who professionally frames the children's work and hangs it properly in the school hall. And it's just a great celebration at the end of the year to have parents coming around and looking at an exhibition of their children's work. The hardest part is usually trying to get all the exhibition together in the summer. The staff are very tired anyway and are on their knees trying to get this art exhibition together. But everybody feels it's worth it in the end.